All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got some breaking news in the world of Palantir today. We have officially hit a new 52-week high at $14. I believe we hit $14.20 at the top. Now, we are not at 14 at the time of recording this. It is about 12:04 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as I am recording this, and we are back down to 1387, but we held 14 for a pretty long time. I was live streaming the entire morning as we saw the price go from I think it was 1280 pre-market, and then all the way up to 13. We got through 1340, 50, 60, 70, 80, even 1390, but then it retraced back to 1360, and then I ended the stream only for 10 minutes later for it to break 14. And so very, very nice seeing it hit 1420. Obviously, we're getting a little bit of a pullback. Probably 1420 is a bit overstretched. The RSI was kind of at 90. So nonetheless, we're getting back down to 1384, but it is a monumental thing to break 14 and actually see how it's going up there. A lot of stocks are green today for a variety of different reasons. I mean, the entire market kind of turned green. And look at this, NASDAQ clearing in around 13,000. So as a result of that, Tesla at 194, Snowflake at 150, Nvidia 386, even after its crazy run, it's still up. So Palantir was the beneficiary of that. Also, along with the fact that Palantir is the beneficiary of AI being in everyone's mind. And speaking of that, the biggest news for today is that Palantir has announced a live stream of its first AI PCon with AI demos and announcements from 25 customers. Now, CodeStrap tweeted 2 days ago that FoundryCon, that was supposed to happen on June 1st, which we've done 2 FoundryCon previous conferences, has been renamed to AI PCon. And this is a playbook straight out of C3 AI. Just name the whole thing AI because that's what gets people excited. And I really can't be mad about it because the entire demonstration in the conference is going to be based on this new AIP platform. Before we get into this press release, it's really important to remember AI is hot, AI is buzzing, and AI is real. So even though it's hot and it's buzzing, I don't think it is one of those things that's not going to turn out to be like a thing that creates trillions and trillions of dollars of value. And as a result of that, I think is one of the smartest things in the world for Palantir to say, hey, we are an AI company. We are the AI company. As Alex Karp says, we want to take over the entire market. And if we want to take over the entire market, then we need to brand ourselves as a company that is fundamentally rooted in artificial intelligence at scale. And so I think the rebranding from FoundryCon to AICon is really, really important. So this will be publicly live streamed on June 1st, 2023. I will be live streaming it the whole day on my channel. So feel free to come in my channel and we will be reacting to every conference or every presentation. The exclusive conference will have a particular focus on the rapid adoption of Palantir AIP, bringing together C-suite executives from across Palantir's current and prospective customers. Palantir CEO Alex Karp will share opening remarks. CTO Shyam Sankar will provide a detailed look at the newest release of Palantir AIP and AI in Foundry, which is something I am really looking forward to. Karp has said we are seeing unprecedented demand for this product, more demand than he has seen for any product in the past 2 decades. I finally want to see the product really be utilized in a commercial use case at scale at this conference. So it's going to be very, very exciting for shareholders to kind of see how the software is taking place. Palantir AIP enables customers to activate large language models and other AI on their private network subject to full control. Now, some customers at the keynote are going to be Cisco, Cleveland Clinic, HCA Healthcare, Jacobs, JD Power, Panasonic Energy of North America. Jacobs we've heard of before. Cleveland Clinic we've heard of before. I haven't heard of JD, Panasonic, or Cisco, or even HCA working with Palantir. So these are probably have been clients for a long time that we either didn't know about or some of us knew about, but they weren't that public. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they talk about Palantir. Now, Cleveland Clinic is the one I'm the most excited for because Cleveland Clinic is one of the largest premier academic institutions in the entire United States around medical research. And to see how they are implementing AIP for potentially drug discovery, pharmaceutical stuff. I mean, this is the stuff where it's like, oh my goodness, how big can Palantir actually become in every different sector? I mean, you look at Panasonic Energy, that's an energy company using Palantir. Then you have Cleveland Clinic. That is a healthcare academic institution using Palantir. Then you have HCA Healthcare, that's actual hospitals. Then you have Jacobs, which is a infrastructure consulting firm working with Palantir on water infrastructure as of March 2022. There's just so many different use cases on what this could end up being. And if AIP scales the way Karp says it's going to scale, then maybe there is an S-curve to what Palantir is building, and eventually it may take some time to see, but the seeds might be starting to get planted now. Again, we have no idea. We have to see. A lot of it depends on sales and marketing and growth, but if the product is that good, they're going to grow, and the question is just how well they can execute. Additional speakers and customer demos showcasing the use of AI technology throughout the afternoon will include executives from Molson Coors, Cardinal Health. Cardinal controls a lot of hospitals. Really excited about that as well. RBC, Lockheed Martin. They have a new Apollo partnership with them as of a couple months ago. PG&E, Tampa General Bay Hospital, Dish Wireless, Siemens Healthineers, PwC, and more. So you've got a lot of companies that are using Palantir. Alex Karp has said that this AIP has been in the hands of customers for many months now. A lot of AI companies say, hey, our software is coming soon. It's available. It's like, nope, Palantir is here now. It's going to be available now. Customers have been using it for the past 5 months, even if we've only seen it introduced to us in April. And I think it's going to validate all of our theses that this is a real product, or sorry, a real platform and not a product. Because when it came out in April, all of us were like, this is a big deal. Like, this is a very big deal. To implement LLMs into your business and then to be able to articulate business intelligence from those LLMs while keeping the data secure is not an easy thing to do. And a lot of people are going to try to do this. Microsoft's going to try to do this. Snowflake just acquired a startup called Neva, in which they're going to try to implement LLMs and search into enterprises. And so they're obviously trying to do it. I just can't think of a better company that really can pull it off and is already pulling it off in a secure way other than Palantir. And that's not even to mention the defense side of this, right? With IL-6 security clearance, Palantir bringing this product to governments across the world because they can actually securitize and maintain the privacy and efficacy of their data. This AIP might be the future of Palantir, right? And Foundry, Apollo, Gotham are great, but AI is what's revolutionizing every single industry, and it's revolutionizing it at such a rapid pace that I'm pretty happy and surprised with how fast Palantir is moving on this. And this is their moment. As Alex Karp said, they have no pricing strategy. Their plan is to just take the whole market. I believe him when he says that. The execution of it, obviously, as a shareholder, I want to see. But I think we got the rise to $14 today because a lot of shareholders and investors are excited to potentially see that happen. Will it maintain 14? I have no idea. It's up more than like 100% or something in the past couple of weeks. But the fact that it has that momentum behind it means that when there's real revenue growth, because there's been no revenue growth yet associated with this, when we break 18% year-over-year revenue growth, because we can't be a company that's, $30, $40 billion market cap only growing 18% year-over-year, when we break that, because the demand is just that strong, it might be one of those things, and I think we all saw it happen. It's all fresh in our minds. NVIDIA said they were going to do $7 billion of revenue in Q2 last quarter. They revised that by 60% up to $11 billion. When a company's doing $4 billion more in revenue, the stock gets repriced. And NVIDIA is actually cheaper now in comparison to the previous valuation because of the revised guidance. So now it trades 40 times price to earnings versus 50 times price to earnings, which means there's 20% more upside to get to the fair value of the stock. Like, that is crazy that investors are just like, yeah, there's really no more competition for NVIDIA. We're going to revalue the whole company. And that's why you're not seeing a sell-off in NVIDIA, because where is the competition? If we know GPU and demand, GPUs and chips and the graphics design for all this stuff is only going to grow, data center revenue is only going to grow, why would you sell it? Like, seriously, even if you're up God knows how many thousands of percents, why would you sell it? And so that might happen one day with Palantir if AIP scales. And it's going to be unexpected. It's going to just randomly, they're going to say, hey, we're doing 600 million, and then they pull up 900 million in a quarter. I believe that has a chance to happen. And if it does happen, it will be a question of sales, marketing, and execution. But more than that, it will be a question of their product actually delivering value and companies around the world saying, and governments around the world saying, we need that product. And if that's the case and Palantir keeps expanding on that, then I think they're going to fulfill what they're talking about in regards to AI. So those are my thoughts. Palantir briefly hits 14. Really awesome day for shareholders. Congratulations if you are holding the stock and you loaded up at the bottom. Here's my question for everybody. Are you sad or happy that Palantir at 14? I saw a YouTube comment on the live stream. By the way, we had about 500 people on the live stream, so thank you to everyone who showed up to the live stream. It meant the world to me. They were like, I'm sad that it's rising, even though I want to be happy. So let me know in the comments, are you sad or are you happy? I personally am a little bit of both. I'm really happy, but I'm also like, man, I wish I got some more. And so I think that's a normal feeling. Overall, if I had to pick to go down or up, I would pick up because I want to keep riding this and see kind of where it goes from there. So let me know what you're thinking, what you're feeling in the comments. I saw people who bought $15 leaps, a couple of weeks ago right before earnings, and they're up pretty nicely on that. There's some $10 leaps. People are pretty nicely on that. So let me know what you think and how you're feeling about Palantir AIP conference. It's coming out June 1st. I'll be live streaming on this channel. I hope to see you there. Thanks so much for listening and watching. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.